left, complete. Pointer in the end zone. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size, and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Difficult to win games kicking field goals. To cut into this lead, they got to find the end zone. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Off play action, he's looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Finds an open target on the left side. They make the tackle.
Good shit, boy.
For a solid gain on that pass.
At the 31. Now, 4th down.
The Hurricanes will bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Direct snap to the back. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. The Noles will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Noles.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more.
Yeah.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So we begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. There's the handoff. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted.
TV's a dog, man.
Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring threat. The offense will now take over at the 30.
Love to see defensive backs who are able to locate the football and break on the ball and be able to go up and make a clean interception. Great play here.
So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Or it's snapped to the back. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. And it's a direct snap. Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the first down marker.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
We reached the 2-minute timeout of what's been a lopsided game so far. Let's see if the offense can stretch the lead more before halftime. Offense looking to keep this drive going into the red zone. It's 3rd down and short. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Throws to the tight end. He's got it in the open. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
What a great route here by this tight end on 3rd down, and the quarterback does a smart thing by looking for the big fella. Who's your best friend on 3rd down? Of course, the tight end, and now we've got 1st and goal.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
That's insane.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. The drive quick throw to the left. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. It is intercepted. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
Boy, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. They make the tackle, but not before he gets all the way to the 30.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on 1st down.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
2nd down after that previous play. Back in motion now. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's the running back in the flat. And he's going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. Important 2nd down play coming up. And he'll set up to throw. And he finds the running back in the flat. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. And the Knowles will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. It's a draw play. Gets the first and still running. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
The Seminoles lining up here on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their calls and get adjusted and ready to play.
And they hand it off to the back. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Looking to scramble. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Tremendous protection. There was bound to be somebody open.
Chris, we're only a few ticks from halftime, and doesn't it feel like this thing's already over? Just a first half beat down to be remembered. This is going to be a fun locker room at halftime.
He's missed the PAT. Wow. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's got it inside the 15. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they start the drive. Looks like one more play here before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught in the flat by the running back. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick this away to get the second half going. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. The Florida State offense on the field. That's a design quarterback keeper. As the first down is still going, he'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on as they move forward.
Getting close to midfield now. They bring it down to the 47.
And the defense is all over the option on this play. That play didn't have a chance from the beginning.
That gain sets up a 3rd down play. Here's the handoff. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
How impressive have these guys been up front today? Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Jukes to get free.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Can they keep this drive going, trying to convert on 3rd down now? And now they'll run it on the draw. Clutch conversion on 3rd there. Sets them up first down from the 31.
Boy, Chris, to me, the defense looks like they're dropping back in zone coverage, worried about a pass play here on 3rd down. Instead, the offense elects to run the ball, catches them off guard, and it's good enough for a first down.
Play action here on 1st down. Looking downfield near the end zone.
Incomplete.
They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Bro, what the
Chris, they come up
fuck?
with the incompletion, but I like the idea
Oh
of
my
stretching the
God,
defense.
dog.
It can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. A quick throw to the flat. It's a screen. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
The pocket breaking down. Swarm with a pass rush. A sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And the Seminoles will look to convert here on 4th down. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Looking deep to the right side. Makes the grab down at the 15-yard line.
Boy, that was 4th and a mile. I'm surprised they even went for this. What in the world are they thinking? But give them all the credit in the world. They pick it up and keep the drive alive.
The Noles have 1st and 10 here. They go with a direct snap. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. This defense just cannot get off the field. The long march moves on. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. It's going to be a loss on the play. Force it out. It's a great play by the defense. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? 3rd down, out of the shotgun, bringing pressure. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. He missed it. Off target that time. A misfire there, but this has been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
To the air, it's Riggs. Throws it to the right.
Even here.
And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
And the Noles are going to take advantage of this red zone trip. An inside give now from the shotgun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
The Seminoles hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Noles. This offense cannot be stopped.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And the point after is good. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Crucial play. Down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Scanning the field. It's Riggs. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So second down after the incompletion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right
That's
side
a stick.
downfield. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Pressure is coming. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Second down play coming up for this offense. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
It's now third down.
Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to pass. It's Riggs. Trying for a touchdown here.
Give it here.
It's picked off. He tried to
Stop trying him, man.
tight window. Got down after a short return, but the sets up his offense.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of
That
preparing
nigga's
himself
strapping
to
you.
get ready for this football game. It's his second interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape and is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
They'll try the right side on the toss, and he will be stuffed for no gain.
Brings up second down.
As we break for the quarter marker, Florida State is on top. This has been a beatdown, and the stats at the end of 3 reflect that. And let's see if a comeback is in store here as we start the 4th quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Man, I've gotten so conditioned here now that we're in the 4th quarter to see this guy get the football and just get more positive yards. Finally this afternoon, the defense steps up, says enough is enough, and they come up with a nice tackle.
Looking at the tight end, and it's caught. Tackled, but 1st down.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the 4th quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
1st down. He's going to throw the football. Catch made on the out route. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking deep downfield to the left. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
I'm not really sure why you're stopping the clock here, leading by so much in the 4th quarter. Run the ball, run the clock, and you can walk out of here with a win.
Back to throw again. Caught with the back behind the line of scrimmage. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a 1st down.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground? Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Boy, this defense seems to be confused. That's back-to-back big carries for 1st downs. They better get it together, or this could be an easy drive for this offense.
Leaning on the run game here late. They test the middle and get stuffed. That is just not open for business today.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that 3rd down catch.
Chris, this is somewhat of a surprise to me. These guys have been great on 3rd down all year long, top 25 in the country, but just not enough on this one. You got to think they wish they could get that route back to run it past the sticks.
And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Downfield and incomplete. A 4th down stop.
Because there are a lot of coaches out there that will just say, hey, listen, it's the opponent's job to stop us, and they could be right. But with the game like it is right now with such a comfortable lead, not sure if this was entirely needed.
And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Desperate times here. They need points, and they have to score quickly. They're going to run it. It's a fumble behind the line. And the defense comes up with the football.
How about this defense flying?
Oh shit!
They do. They're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
Poor child.
So the
He
challenge
let that
doesn't
big go
work.
down.
That'll cost the head coach a
He let
timeout.
that big
We'll
go
see if
down.
that comes into play later in the ballgame. Now the offense is set up with a short field. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. A direct snap. He's got room to run. And that run produces a decent gain. A gain makes it second and medium. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. Offense getting set. Second down play here.
22
Breaks into open space. They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Looking for 6. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. And the Seminoles will come to the line on 4th down, looking to keep the drive going. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. And the ball is hauled in. Touchdown, Florida State. This offense is still clicking.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away.
It's flipped back to the kicker. He's looking to throw the ball. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion as they add a little more salt in the wound here.
Florida State 49, Miami 3.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Dropping back. It's Riggs. Receiver makes the catch. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
At the 33-yard line. Second down.
This was a case of a higher-ranked, respected team that came in here and handled business. Did what we expected them to do, Kirk, but they did it with impressive focus and execution.
Man, you said it. These guys just seem to be on a mission today. They weren't going to let anything get in their way, especially another ranked opponent. This team was motivated from the opening kickoff.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
That nigga mad at me. I know.